Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. How are you all? I hope you are doing great. Okay, children, before se1 exams, we finished our 6th unit. All the 3 readings: A Long Walk to Freedom, Where the Mind is Without Fear, An Icon of Civil Rights. In today's session, we are going to discuss workbook part. Children, finish your classwork, write glossary and summary of all the lessons. Okay, open your workbooks. Open page number 239. First, we'll see the comprehension ones. First passage is from A reading, that is A Long Walk to Freedom. I'll read the paragraph once. In life, every man has twin obligations. Obligations means responsibilities. What are those 2 obligations actually? One is towards his family, to his parents, to his wife and children. And he has an obligation to his people, his community and his country. Twin obligations means 2 obligations. That means what? Each and every person, he must be responsible towards his family. That means like parents, brothers and sisters, wife, okay, sons, daughters. He must be responsible for them. He should take care of them. That is one responsibility. Another one is what? At the same time, a man should be responsible towards his country as well. He should do something for his community, his country and the people. Right? Let us see the questions. What is the first question here, children? Who is the speaker of these words? Obviously, this lesson, this paragraph, it is taken from the lesson A Long Walk to Freedom. It was about whom? Nelson Mandela. So who said these words? Nelson Mandela. Obviously, Nelson Mandela is the speaker of these words. Next. Which country is he speaking about? Nelson Mandela. To which country he belongs to, children? Everybody knows. He belongs to South Africa. He is speaking about his country, South Africa. So we discussed everything about this one, right? Even Africans also, they struggled for their freedom like us. Next question. What are the twin obligations the narrator is speaking about? What are those? The twin obligations are the obligations towards his family and his country. Twin obligations are obligations towards his family and his country. Next. Why was it difficult to fulfill both obligations in South Africa? So actually this was not there in paragraph, children. That's why you should know the lesson. You should read the lesson, okay? So why the people who are living in South Africa, they are not able to fulfill these 2 obligations? What is the reason behind that? It was difficult because the blacks were treated differently. We know about racial discrimination. Blacks were suppressed by the white people. They were treated very differently. That's why for the Africans, it was difficult to fulfill those 2 obligations. Next one. How was the speaker a great personality? Obviously, Nelson Mandela, who is a winner of Nobel Peace Prize. Why? Why he was so special and why he was great? Nelson Mandela was the first South African president to be elected in a fully representative democratic election. What was the first great thing about him? He was the first president who was elected in the first representative democratic election. He spent 26 years in jail because of the movement led by him. He was sent to prison. He spent 26 years there itself for his country, for his people. He sacrificed his life. Okay? Next. Second one, it's a poem. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Where knowledge is free. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Where words come out from the depth of truth. Where tireless striving, stretches its arms towards perfection. This is taken from B reading from 6th unit, children. 6th unit name is freedom. B reading is what? Where the mind is without fear. It was a poem written by the great poet Rabindranath Tagore. What are the questions here? Let us see. What are the things that break up the world into fragments? Fragments means pieces. So what are the things that are breaking the world into small pieces according to the poet? Narrow communal feelings. The people are giving preference or importance for their own community. They are treating others as different. So because of those communal feelings, narrow religious feelings. Okay, so people are showing that religious differences and narrow regional feelings. Again, people are fighting for their religion, community and region. Because of all these, world is totally broken into small fragments. Right? Next, how should the words be according to the Tagore? So, if we are talking to anyone, how our words should be? According to Tagore, words should be truthful. So, we always try to speak only truth. Whatever we are speaking, that must be truth. If we stand for that, definitely there will be no problems at all, according to the Rabindranath, according to the poet. Okay, next. When can one attain perfection? So how can we get perfection? One can attain perfections by working hard. Obviously, only hard work can bring us the perfection. If we are doing anything for the first time, we don't get that much perfectly. But try and try. If you try, definitely you are going to be expert in that. Is it correct or not, children? Yes. If you read any question for the first time, obviously you don't get it. But if you read it 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, definitely you will be able to write it. So that's only hard work brings us perfection. Next, when is the head held high? So when can we hold our head high? The head is held high when the mind is free from all types of worries. So if we are free from all types of worries, definitely we can hold our head high. Okay, last one. What are the domestic walls? What harm do they do? Communal and religious feelings are domestic walls. They spoil the unity among the people. So what are the domestic walls? Here the domestic walls are compared with what? They are compared with communal and regional feelings, religious feelings. So those are the domestic walls. They are spoiling the unity among the people. That is second one, children. Third one, this is from C reading. That is an icon of civil rights. Let me read the paragraph. I accept the Nobel Prize for Peace at a moment when 22 million Negroes of the United States of America are engaged in a creative battle to end the long night of racial injustice. So this was about Junior Martin Luther King. He got the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, while receiving that, he delivered one speech. The lesson is an extract from that speech. So what he said, I am going to accept this prize when the 22 million Negroes of the United States, they are going to engaged in the struggle. I accept this award on behalf of a civil rights movement. So what was the movement led by Martin Luther King, children? It was about civil rights movement. They fought for their rights against the racial discrimination. Okay, which is moving with determination and a majestic scorn for risk and danger to establish a reign of freedom and rule of justice. So they were fighting for their freedom. They want justice. Right. Coming to the questions. Who is the speaker of these lines, children? Martin Luther King is the speaker of these lines. As we discussed earlier itself, the lesson is an expert from the speech given by Martin Luther King. Next. What sort of speech is it? It is an emotional acceptance speech spoken on the occasion of receiving the Nobel Prize for Peace. So it was an emotional speech. He was very much emotional on receiving the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, on that occasion, he gave one speech. He delivered one speech. Okay, next. On whose behalf did he say that he was accepting the award? He said that he was accepting the award on behalf of the 22 million Negroes of the US who were fighting for their rights. So on behalf of whom he was accepting that prize, children? What he said? He said that he was accepting that Nobel Peace Prize on behalf of the 22 million Negroes who were living in USA and were fighting for their rights, equal rights along with the white people. Fourth one. What ideology did Martin Luther propagate? Martin Luther propagated the ideology of universal brotherhood. Universal brotherhood means what, children? Living in peace and harmony, living unitedly, okay, without having any differences, treating everyone as brothers. Next, what did he say was the answer to political injustice? He said that non-violence was the answer to the injustice. So what was the answer? Answer for that, non-violence. They don't want to take any violent actions. They were following the way of non-violence, peacefully. Peacefully they wanted to attain their justice. They fought for their justice. Okay. So here some opposites are given, children. These are important. Just read once. Bold, covered. Bold means courageous, strong. Opposite is covered. Okay. Next, impossible, possible. Oppressed, liberated. Liberty. Liberty means freedom. Oppressed means who were not having any kind of freedom. Oppressed, liberated. Lawful, unlawful. Birth, death. Some meanings. Freedom means independence. Humanity, mankind. Animated, lively. Desire means wish, strong wish, ambition, you can say. Slumber means sleep. Okay, children. So these are the paragraphs from the readings. Later some unseen passages are there, children. You do it by yourself. Already answers are given. Okay, so just check it once. One unseen passage is there. Later one poem is there. Check it out. Okay. Next, coming to the vocabulary. Some words are given there. You can check it. Fill in the blanks also. Creative writing. Page number 244. Write a paragraph about racial discrimination. See, children, this unit, total 3 readings, especially A and C readings, we discussed about racial discrimination only. So you have one idea. You can write a paragraph about the racial discrimination. Next, so one picture is given there. Second question, by observing that, what can you understand? What did you understand? You can write about that. Coming to the third one. Imagine that you are a woman who wishes to have freedom. Write a conversation between you and your friend about the freedom you wish to enjoy. Obviously, freedom, it's our birthright. Everybody wants freedom. Is it correct or not, children? So you also want freedom, right? Like that you and your friend. Okay, imagine yourself as a woman who wishes to have freedom. In our country, especially India, generally women, they doesn't have that much freedom, right? As a woman, you want the freedom. So now what you need to do? You need to write a conversation between you and your friend about the freedom. Okay, already it was given. Just check it once. Next, after having read about the twin obligations of a person in the lesson, A Long Walk to Freedom, create a conversation between two friends about their duties and obligations. So obviously duties means its responsibility. Okay, we should have some responsibility towards our family as well as country. So what kind of responsibilities are those? Imagine that and write a conversation. Next, you have witnessed a cultural program. As a news reporter, write a report about it to a daily newspaper. So, newspaper writing we have already seen. Okay, children, in the next session, I will tell you the format of news report. How to write a news report. We'll discuss all these things in the next session. Okay, so just read all these questions once, children. Today's homework is read these questions and complete your classwork. Thank you.